know if it's like paused, but basically I have my phone out just to see
Yeah, just to
like
hear it.
yeah, just to hear it. But I don't know if it's like updating.
That's a problem with like streaming and everything live. There's always that little bit of lag.
Yeah, uh-huh. I don't know if it's like paused, but basically I have my phone out just to see
Yeah, just to
like
hear it.
yeah, just to hear it. Okay. I think
Okay, I
it's
could
got
hear
your
that.
audio.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, fantastic. I had to double
that's good.
check because last time I went through a whole podcast and it never picked up on the audio of my guest.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
So it's
That's a
like,
nightmare.
yeah, it's like a forgotten episode, man. Oh my gosh, I was
the,
so upset
the
when that
breeding.
happened. But I'm glad it's working now and it's all good.
Yeah.
So let's give my man a proper intro. So we are live, and we do have a very special guest. Now I say that every time I say special guest for all my guests, but this one is really that much more special because when I first started streaming about June of 2020, this guy is like one of my first followers in my Twitch, in my streams, and he's also one of the first like FIFA content creators that I started watching. So, um, I'm very happy to have him here, and he's back on Twitch. He's back streaming, and maybe he'll tell us kind of his journey back of becoming a Twitch FIFA streamer. So we got my man Greeno Foot here
Yes,
with
how's
us. How we
things?
doing? I'm good, man. How are
Good.
you?
Yeah, very good. A lot better now that we're back streaming and everything. A lot
Yeah,
happier.
yeah. So let's go all the way back to when I first started streaming because I know you were already like putting up videos on YouTube, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah. I was throwing them out there on YouTube first. I had Twitter and YouTube, but I was throwing them on YouTube and didn't really get into Twitch streaming until maybe a couple of months after YouTube. And then I don't even know what got me into it really. I got into it probably because of Castro, like probably a lot of people do.
Right.
Um, but I thought I need to expand my audience, and speaking out loud in front of people is something that I was always good at, and like I was quite confident person. Um, but throwing them out on YouTube, got quite a decent following, couple of hundred subscribers, decent on Twitter, and thought Twitch, we'll see how it goes. And then within like started Twitch, and then within the first like 2 or 3 weeks, like it like sort of blew up really. Like I got like 150 plus followers in like 2 3 weeks. A
Mm-hmm.
guy called Good John Daniel raided me with like 70 people very early on. But I
Mm-hmm.
was streaming FIFA through it was like lockdown, and FIFA was dead. It was like June, July. The game was dead. No one was really playing it. So the people that actually did still play it, there was only really probably me and a few others streaming. So I'm guessing that's why. And then yeah, I'll let you speak about why we stopped and everything soon. But yeah, that and then it kicked on, and then FIFA 21 released, and then I'm sure that's the next part of the story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was aware of your growth and when you started streaming too. But I want to go back a little bit because first off, how did you even come across my stream? Because at the time, I feel like I only had like one or two followers at the time. But then you
No,
came by
no,
and then we were just like, you're just chatting while I was streaming and you're
yeah,
like
we
the
we,
only one
we
in the
bounced
chat.
off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I tell this story to like a lot of people, a lot of my friends,
Okay.
and basically, when you go on Twitch, at the end of a video, if I was just sat there, I was thinking, who's in the English bracket speaking English, and who's got the least amount of viewers? You can sort it from highest to lowest, lowest to highest. So I went lowest to highest, and I looked for people with face cams, and you were the first one with a face cam, and I think you had like 0 or 1 viewer. And I was thinking, I'll just drop in, see, because the big, like a lot of the big streamers have that many people watching them. It's hard to engage with everyone. So I thought, let's see, and came in and just, I could see what you were trying to do. And it was at the start of Twitch, you'll know it's shit when no one's watching you and there's like 0 1 views and you're watching it and you don't know if you're speaking to anyone. So I thought you can only be active in the chat and see what he's like. And that is how I found you. That is the legit story of how I found Kabbalah.
Yeah, that's crazy because I was kind of doing that too early on. I was just going through the lowest viewers and see who had a webcam, who's playing FIFA. So I was doing that early on and just chatting with people. I don't do that as much now because I've been so busy and,
Yeah, yeah,
um, it's hard to just nowadays I just watch people I already like supported or they already
yeah,
supported me
yeah.
because there's like so many other streamers that I follow now and I just like lurk and watch them.
You're big
Um,
time now with your 600 plus.
I'm definitely not big time. I'm still small time, but I'm bigger than I was when I first started.
Love it, love it.
Yeah, but yeah, early on, yeah, you would have to like go through the streams with no one watching, and you just
Yeah,
kind of have to pretend that someone's there, and you gotta like
yeah.
say, keep talking, and just
Yeah, it's hard work.
make it in a way where you never know, someone might be watching, and you gotta say something, right?
I think everyone thinks the same like that.
Yeah.
You don't know if someone's watching that might want to talk, but they don't want to because you're not talking. So
Hmm.
you end up just talking to yourself, but you're hoping someone's listening. So that's how
Hmm.
I looked at it. I always thought if I can help someone else out, then hopefully someone will help me. That's, it's a bit of a
Right.
karma thing. I believe in karma and all that. So
For sure.
it's nice to be nice. It's nice to be nice.
Exactly. Yeah, I still carry that mentality and I still want to help like smaller streamers out, even if they're not even affiliate. But that mentality still holds for me. So
Yeah, good,
yeah.
good.
Um, but yeah, early on, like even when I started streaming, like it's not like I had a community in the first place, I wasn't like watching any FIFA streamers before then. I just kind of got my equipment and just kind of started it. And
Yeah,
then like I feel like there's people out there that started streaming, they already kind of had like a community, like
yeah,
fellow
yeah, yeah,
streamers that they watch and then they start telling them like I'm gonna start streaming too. And then for them, it's easier for them to get affiliate and to get like followers. But for me,
probably
uh-huh.
probably similar to me. Like I had a few on YouTube and a few Twitter,
Hmm.
so I can't even really relate that much to you. Like fair play to you. You jumped in at the deep end and was just like fuck it. Like I've got no followers, no community, and we'll
Yeah.
just see how it goes. And if
Hmm.
I make something good of it and I get a good community, then brilliant. So yeah, a very very good story from you. I'm very. It's quite touching. I think it's touching. It might sound a bit cringy or whatever, but I do. I think it's class. When I seen a couple of weeks ago, a few months ago, when you had that 600 plus, I was like, yes, class,
Hmm.
class. And that's when you give me that badge. So
Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's difficult when you don't have that community in the first place. Because when I first started, it was only like me and my couple of friends that just started playing, and then all of a sudden I go
yeah,
on Twitch, and then I it opens my eyes to see, oh, there's like a huge community out there. There's a lot of
yeah,
fellow content creators, smaller ones and bigger ones, but you just connect with these people and like I don't know, you just play FIFA with them or chat with them, do podcasts with them, whatever, man.
yeah,
It's like so it's been pretty cool since then, and
yeah,
especially you coming on, you being one of my
yeah,
first
coming back.
followers, and you
Yeah,
coming back, and now we're having this conversation, and we're just kind of chatting,
crazy.
right?
Because yeah, because to be fair, I didn't really like the time I had off from it and everything. I didn't really watch Twitch. I don't think I didn't forget about you, but I just forgot all about everything to do with Twitch. I didn't watch it. I just sort of went off it, and then to come back in and see you still doing it was like, and because it would have been like 1 a.m. in the morning here. It's fate. It's fate.
Indeed. Yeah, when I saw you come back, I was like, wait, is that really Greeno? I was like,
Is he still
dude,
there?
I still remember I still remember you, and then like we're just kind of catching up on that stream, and then you said
Yeah, it was brilliant.
you're gonna come back and doing it. But then we could go into that right now,
Yeah, yeah,
cause
sure.
when did you start streaming? like initially the first time?
First time was like that summer of 2020, so like
Okay.
June of 2020. Did it from like June, July, went into September. New FIFA came out. I don't even think I streamed one game of it. Like I had a good following going into that new FIFA. Could have really kicked on from there maybe, and I just fucked it off. I just delete my YouTube channel, my Twitter, my didn't delete my Twitch, which was like the lifesaver to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, sold all my equipment, my light, my mic, sold everything on eBay. Everything just went, and I literally did not play FIFA that year. Like for the first time since FIFA 11,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play FIFA for 1 year, and like it's literally the only game I play. So I don't really have a reason why I stopped. Well, I do. I have a reason, and it's quite a personal reason, but I'll come out and say it. Like
Okay.
I got quite a lot. Like I'm 23 years of age, where I
Mm-hmm.
live. Quite a small community. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and I got quite a lot of shit. Like not abuse, but
Uh-huh.
like teasing and like
Yeah.
I can take banter and I can take getting the piss taken out of me, but because no one else does it around here, I'm
For
literally like
sure.
one of the only people
Yeah.
in the whole of this county that does it. It was like I'm on my own sort of thing. So I thought, nah, I don't want to be like going out on a night out and someone coming up like, yo, Greeno HD, like having a laugh, but then it goes a bit further than that, and it,
Yeah.
it got more so. I got embarrassed. And I was thinking, like, no, no. So September, October time, I just nipped it in the bud, and that was it. And then fast forward to January 2021, dropped into your stream. We had a good chat.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was thinking about coming back. You give me a lot of positive, like, words and said come back and do do what you said. And I came back and slowly worked it up. Maybe a few weeks, like 2 weeks ago, I only started streaming again. So I've had like decent viewers. A lot of my mates watch me now, and a few others, a few randomers from like my Twitter that I've got going now. So just building it back up. But I think when it comes to streaming and FIFA, I think it's like a getaway from the real world. Like you can go into like Twitter, the FIFA community, like, and you can just get away from everything. You can just concentrate on a game that isn't really real life, but everyone shares the same interest. And it's like you're talking about fake cards that don't mean anything in real life. In the whole picture of life, means nothing. But it's your hobby and it's your scapegoat. It's to get away from maybe whatever's going on in your life, or you just enjoy it. So that's why I really like want to kick on now and just make something of it and make a good community. Because for some people coming in your stream, my stream, someone else's stream, that they're in the happy place and no one can bother them. So that's the way I look at it. That is honestly the way I look at it, and the journey I've had literally between September 2020 and January 2022. I think I said 21. Like not much has happened because of COVID, but yeah, it's the best decision I've ever made. Uh, thank you to you.
Oh, no, my pleasure, man. I'm glad you're back on, and there's so much to follow up on all the things you just said. So
Sorry, I do waffle on. Just
but I want to first say, like, respond to the fact that when you stopped, like, I was kind of sad. I was like, oh man, this guy, I know this guy really wanted to create FIFA content, and I was like watching your YouTube videos and seeing how well you're doing on Twitch, because you were doing really well. Like, you were doing better than me, and I was like, man, it was so abrupt to just see you stop, and I was like, man, that's really unfortunate. Like, I wanted to see you keep going and see
yeah,
how it goes for you. But yeah, I was kind of sad.
no, that's
Yeah.
that's touching. It was quite abrupt. It was very abrupt. I just never came back.
Yeah.
It's like I packed my bags and I never came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize for that, but hopefully now that's we're here to stay.
Yeah. And I thought, like, I guess that's the last of Greeno, man. I guess I don't know if we'll ever keep in touch again.
No, yeah,
Um,
because like I said, I deleted my Twitter, my Twitch, but well, not my Twitch, but my Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the lot. So I didn't have contact with you or anyone. So yeah, it was good that I clicked on Twitch that morning at
mhm.
1 a.m. and
and
seeing you there.
and you didn't even play FIFA, right? You even stopped playing FIFA
No,
in
like
that.
yeah, for that full 21, I just stopped completely.
Wow.
Just stopped, just didn't play it. One, didn't like the game, and two, don't know, just excuse me, first year in since FIFA 11, and
Hmm.
I played it religiously all the way through.
Yeah.
So strange. Maybe I had a blip, maybe something. I don't know. Unexplainable. That's all I can say.
Uh-huh. And another thing to touch on was kind of like what people how they would react to you creating content. And that's something anybody, all of us can relate to. And even me,
Yeah.
even now, it's like I don't really go out telling people this is what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like,
No, no.
especially at like, I'm a bit older too. So like for
Yeah.
me to be playing video games and like creating content, I guess like for some people it's just like, oh, why are you still doing that? You know?
It's like get a life. Do you know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like
It's that type of thing. And
it's not.
yeah,
It's
you know,
small-minded. Like
mhm, it
it's a
is.
hobby, and if that's what you enjoy doing, then that's what you enjoy doing. Like I don't go out much, drinking alcohol and that because this is what I enjoy to do. So
Right.
I look at some people who go out all the time and I think, not calling anyone, but I think,
Hmm.
well, if you're going to say that to me, then I don't look down on what you do as a hobby. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Everyone has their own little things. But like you said, you're a little bit older and people do still like my friends, like they don't take the piss. They just a bit of banter. But like now I just thought, two things up to whoever says anything. This is what I do. This is what I like to do. You get one life. You're not here again. And if I look back in 10 years' time and think, fuck, I should have done Twitch, when I've got maybe kids and a wife or whatever,
Right.
I could look back and think, shit, I regret doing that. And I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to.
Right. Exactly. And it's like I kind of carry that same mentality with life. You just gotta try things out. And like this is one
Yeah.
of the things like I did pick up on and actually enjoy doing, even like streaming, creating content, doing the podcast. I know it takes up a lot of time, and right now there's not much money that I'm making from it, but part of me is like I see potential in it, and then there's another part of me where it's a really fun hobby to do. It's nice being able to just have this kind of community and just chat with people and you know have people that have the same interests as you, and
Yeah,
you
that's
could you
exactly
could
what
you
it
could
is.
yeah, and you could like support one another in their journey of FIFA and content creating, or help
Yeah.
them out with like FIFA content or gameplay, whatever
Yeah.
it may be. So
Yeah.
um yeah, that's why I keep doing it. That's why I'm still here.
Yeah.
And
Don't
what
stop.
yeah, I appreciate it. I'll I definitely have my moments too where like I don't know if I want to keep doing it, if I should invest that much time, but I'm still here, and
No, good.
we
That's
got this episode here where
good.
we get a chance to meet and talk.
Yeah,
So
properly, because this is the first time we've like off stream. This is the first time we've had full like conversation and everything. And I know it's on a podcast, and but I'm at ease and we can talk about stuff. But back to what you were saying, like one thing I would give anyone after what I did was don't stop. If you don't stop that snowball effect, don't stop. Because I wish I never. So I want to tell people like if you think like one day like shit, like oh I've had shit off someone or can't be bothered or is this really what I want to do? Yeah, you're just having an off day. Just a one day that you're having off.
mhm,
Just push through it. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And I
For
feel
anyone watching, that's for anyone. If you're watching this, like, please take that advice. Please. Like, I'm 23. I'm not like some veteran, not been doing it years, but don't stop. You will regret it. That's for
mhm,
sure.
yeah, For sure, man. And again, I'm happy to see you back on and you going back at it again. Um, is there any reasons why you wanted to come back?
A few reasons really.
Okay.
One, like I was playing FIFA in my room on my own, like only my brother really. I talked to it about my middle brother, who's 21. So we sort of talked about it, but apart from that, I couldn't really be like talk about it to anyone else. I had like a card would come out and I would be like, oh, that's cool, and I'd only see him now and again. So I wanted to just be able to tweet people, have a good community, see what other people are seeing, and actually talk about it. Like I followed them on my personal account, but I never really like piped up and said like this is what I thought deep down. So I thought I want to get my own community going. I want to know what other people think of flashback Neymar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to see what people are saying. I don't want to just be sat in my room doing that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the way I am, I wanted to make content, be a content creator, stream, And another thing was like interacting with people, meeting people. Like I'm from the UK, you're from California.
Yeah.
It's like the other side of the world. So like it's friendships, making friends, widening your horizon. So there's a lot of benefits I think it has, and to get a little bit of shit now and again,
Hmm.
I'll take that. I'll shrug that off.
Yeah.
Made a friendship with you, other people. Who knows where like it could become really good friends, which we already are.
Hmm.
There's endless opportunities. So for me, they're the reasons. Just interacting with other people that, like you said, share the same interest.
Right. Right. And yeah, it's been great having guys like yourself and interacting with people all around the world, man. I mean, I never thought like when I started Twitch it would pan out like this, where you're just
No,
connecting with people and you're building relationships, building friendships, and along the way you get to help people out, they help you out. And like you said in regards to FIFA, there's a lot of feedback and interactions where, you could get some tips and you could
yeah,
provide tips to other people and that's been really
hmm
good. And it's funny you bring up flashback Neymar because like I had the gold untradeable Neymar and I was like, I
yeah,
don't know if I really need to do this flashback because I already have a gold Neymar. But then
yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
like, "Oh my gosh, he's so good. He's
yeah.
amazing. He's better than the gold one." And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, everybody's saying this." I'm like, "Okay, I'll just do it." You know,
Did you throw the gold Neymar in or not?
I didn't. I saved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in
Oh, you
case.
saved him.
Yeah, just in case I don't like the flashback one, I
Yeah,
could go back to him.
yeah.
But then if the
As a
flashbacks,
backup.
yeah, as a backup, if the flashback's good, maybe I'll just pop that gold Neymar into
What do you
it.
think of him?
To be honest, it's hard to tell the
Like,
difference.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
my opinion because I don't know, they're both really good. Like there's no
yeah. They
drop
are.
off. It's hard to say the flashback is better for me. Maybe it's because the way I play with Neymar,
Mm,
but
yeah.
still pretty good. I mean, I have no
No,
complaints.
I literally felt pressured to do him. I felt like if I don't do him, I'll miss out. And then in 2, 3 weeks, everyone will have him. And I'll be
Right.
smashing my head off the wall thinking, I should have done him. He doesn't even start for me. I have to bring him on off the bench.
Hmm.
But I think he's good. But like you said, I can see why he's pretty simple. I've used his normal card, but not that often.
Hmm.
So I can see why you they're similar. I can see because there's not that much of a difference in stats, to be honest. Andy loses a 5-star weak foot, which is massive. It is massive.
Yeah, that's true. Like there are a couple shots where I took with his weak foot. I'm like, I wonder if the goal would have made that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. But then again, I mean, he's still pretty good. And another thing is Neymar is like one of my favorite players on FIFA.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. He's
like,
got that flair, hasn't he? That.
yeah. And I played like so many games with the gold card. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if like it's a great card, but I just don't know if
Yeah.
there's any huge
It's
difference.
hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to let go of a card, especially when you've had it for that long.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel if I've had a card for that long, I'm used to how it plays and I know how to use him. I
Hmm.
don't want to change. I'm
Yeah.
like that at the minute with Winter Wildcards. Morales
Okay.
is like 30, 40k. And
Yeah.
like he's incredible for me and I can use him. And I had 700,000 coins and I didn't want to upgrade him.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to upgrade him. I still
Uh-huh.
haven't. So I understand where you're coming from there. I do get that.
For
I
sure.
do get that.
Yeah. That Neymar card is like kind of reminds me of that flashback Benzema, which I ended up not doing. But it's just one of
Oh, I've
those
got you.
cards that everybody got, everybody was using him, and he was a great card,
He's the little devil of FIFA when you come up against him.
right? You don't see him as much now because there's a lot better cards now.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just one of those SBCs where like that
Fakir
Neymar
as
one,
well.
yeah, Fakir, he's definitely one of them.
Mm.
But it's just that flashback Neymar kind of reminded me of Benzema. I'm like, oh, it might be one of those things I just kind of have to do, regardless.
Just got to bite the bullet and do it, haven't you?
Yeah,
Just in case he's good. Just in case he just becomes that little rat of FIFA that
right,
everyone
exactly. Because I don't
uses.
want to regret it and say I didn't do him like I didn't do Benzema. So
Yeah,
I was just like,
exactly.
yeah, yeah, I'll just go for it.
I think everyone had that attitude, to be honest.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so um well, in this state of FIFA, what do you think of FIFA right now? How's the gameplay for you? How's your squad looking like?
Squad looks good. Like yeah, it looks good. But I want to talk about the gameplay because
Okay.
I genuinely think I think it's so shit. It's so the thing about it is it's shit because it's inconsistent, right? So
Mm.
like there's times where I use my players and they just feel like they're not even responding, and I'm blaming my internet and everything. Just bought a second internet box, so I can't even complain about that. But what annoys me is they bring a lot of updates to it throughout the year, and you can just get going. After an update, you can get used to it and you find how to play. Then all of a sudden, the next gameplay update comes and it just knocks me, and I'm like, you can't get a good flow of games because you're scared of that next update, and it does change. Like the other day, yesterday, I was playing, and I was just scoring like 4 or 5 goals a game, and then today, I've like not even scored one. Like I don't even think it's my opponent. I don't know what it is, but the gameplay is one of the worst I think it's been for me. I think, but that's just personal opinion. I think the best one for me was maybe FIFA 20. FIFA 20 was good. Like I
Okay.
played them from like I said, FIFA 11
Mm-hmm.
onwards, so to remember all them. But from like 15 onwards, I'd say 20 and FIFA 18 were the best for me. And that's like really trying hard to remember, but they're the ones that stand out. Mm.
Yeah.
What do you think of it? What do you think?
Mm. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I've heard a lot of people say they liked 18 when they could go back on the FIFAs. They
Yeah,
really liked 18. I heard that a lot. I can only go back to 20 because that's when I really started playing. So
yeah, yeah. You
I can
did.
only compare to like three FIFAs.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So
but then this gameplay, yeah, it's hard to pinpoint what exactly is wrong with like certain games. Like you mentioned, it could be connectivity issues, or I don't know, like something about the patch, like couple glitches going on.
yeah,
Overall,
I-
like I mean, yeah, it's hard to pinpoint. I don't like the passing in this game because you have
yeah,
to use direct passing a lot, and a lot of times, like the regular passing is like too slow. It,
yeah,
it goes too slow, but when you do direct passing, it does go there faster. But sometimes they could completely miss the pass,
yeah. Yeah, it's
miss
not
the
accurate
target,
at
and
all.
yeah.
Yeah,
So and then sometimes it doesn't pass to where you want it to.
yeah,
It passes to the wrong person. So the passing for me stands out.
yeah,
It's like a huge
yeah.
issue in this game, and yeah, I don't like it.
I think I think also the off the ball like AI, like sometimes when you're using your defenders off the ball, like they do some strange things. Like I've seen my players just you running back towards your goal,
Mm-hmm.
and a ball will come over the top, and they'll just stop. Like they'll just stop. It's almost as if it's scripted, right? And
Right.
I don't believe in that. I don't know
Okay.
if you do, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
I just genuinely think it's just buggy, and the players just
Mm.
stop. They just
Yeah.
stop. Like I had a video the other day where Casemiro was perfectly going to head the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and he just
Yeah.
fucking stopped, and
Yeah.
Mbappe just ran through. So maybe it is scripted, but I don't know. But that's another one off the ball, like defending and attacking. Attacking
Yeah.
players' movements are just like you make them do a run and they just run straight and they just don't stop. If you click the LB or L1 to do an in behind run, they just sprint forward. They need to in and out. Do you know what I mean? If they need to run
Right.
like a feint, we'll run left, but then we'll run inside, to
Yeah.
mix it up a bit because the runs are shit. Yeah, that's my biggest hate for attacking runs.
For sure. The runs I mean, you could get good at the player lock if you
Yeah,
practice that.
I
But
yeah. I just well, that's above my skill level. Maybe I need to practice that.
uh-huh.
But when I click LB, I want my player to do more than just sprint past the back four, and they'll keep
Right.
going. They run past the back four
Right.
in an offside position. Like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
Get back on side.
Right.
So yeah, but like you said, passing mainly.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Right. Yeah, the player locks utilizing that is pretty hard. I mean, I tried practicing that. It's like I tried, but then I never got into it, so it's not really my thing with the runs.
Yeah.
And then another thing too I didn't like in the beginning was the shooting because like the goalkeepers were like
Oh,
crazy earlier in the year, and it was really hard to score.
yeah.
So I had a struggle playing the game early on, but then
Mm.
now it's good. Now the scoring and the shooting is not bad.
Yeah, I
I
think
could
it's a
score in
bit
a
balanced out.
yeah.
They still make some mental saves that I think like, how the fuck have you saved that? But
Yeah.
you do score now and again, so it's balanced out a bit more.
Yeah. So, but I think overall, like up to this point, like I don't have too many complaints. Like I feel like I gotten better with the game. I gotten
Mm.
used to it. So, like yeah, as long as I'm improving and like
Yeah,
I'm like for the most part enjoying the game, enjoying playing the game,
yeah,
like
yeah. That's the main thing.
I'm fine for now. But early on, it was really frustrating. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fact that I couldn't
uh,
score and had all these shots and couldn't
yeah.
win games, I was frustrated.
Yeah, it's annoying. Are we going to talk about rewards? Can I quickly ask, or
Yeah,
are we going
yeah,
to? Can I shout up about them now?
yeah.
Or because right, I have a
Okay,
massive thing about rewards.
okay,
Right, my pet hate.
all right.
So foot champions, whose team of the week players, no one, no, not one team of the week for the past 5 months gets into anyone's team, apart from Mbappe or Neymar, the top players that barely get them
Yeah,
because they're always getting promo cards. So why? Well, I'm not asking you why, but why EA are like, we're still getting team of the week picks for foot champions in February. It is, I think it, I don't know what they can do. I don't know if, I don't, you might not remember, but when first foot champions first came out, they did a
hmm,
monthly reward system. And that was good because you got icons at the end of the month, but they did it for like 2 months and then they pulled it out of the game. But why are we still getting team of the weeks as our red picks? Something different, something completely different. Just reward us with more packs, or I'd happily get rid of red player picks for packs or coins. That is my biggest hate.
hmm.
I don't know what you think, but my picks are the least of my worries when it comes to foot champions.
I see. Won't they start changing it up when team of the season comes out? That's when they get rid of the team of the weeks, right? And
Yeah,
then they start putting
yeah,
in.
they do juice them up then, but I still think by then it's like coming to the end of the cycle. So everyone just has them. So I
Right.
don't know what they need to do, but team of the week picks because I love foot champions. I like to bet on myself.
Yeah.
But when I'm getting like 3 red picks and I get like 81, 80, and a 78, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, give me a 50k pack. That's what I'd take that over them.
Yeah.
But
That's a good point because it's not like you see a lot of red pick players. People aren't playing with like red pick players or
no,
informed players
no.
really, because unless you have like a red Mbappe or a red Neymar, other than
Yeah,
that, you're not
yeah,
seeing red players. I mean, they're just pretty much fodder for your SBCs.
yeah.
So
That's because promos are so juiced. To be fair, the content and the promos this year have been good. So I'd say that's why the the promos and the content just push the red cards team of the weeks out. So maybe they'll visit that next year if they know they're going to do loads of promos. Then what's even the point in having team of the week? You might as well have like something different. So I don't know, but it gets me wound up. So let's maybe shy away from that topic.
yeah, like when I look at my weekend league rewards, it's just like, I don't know. I'm always hoping for the best one, but usually you don't get it. But
No,
you get like decent fodder, and you're like, it's like
yeah,
good
yeah,
fodder, I'll take it, and hopefully you
yeah,
get one of those new promo cards in your packs, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't think the packs are too bad. The packs and coins, but it's just the red picks.
Hmm.
Sort it out if you're watching. EA, sort it out.
um, well, the swaps are pretty good though. You did mention like the
Yeah.
content. I do like the swaps. They released it for Future Stars and
Mm.
Winter Wildcard. So those are, I would consider those to be pretty good content and something worth grinding for.
Oh, sure. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the future star swaps and the icon swaps are like the best way to grind, and I think they're good. The objectives are getting a bit better, like the milestones and that. They introduced the 25 rivals games, the 50 and the 75.
Yeah.
Then the objectives for the new season, the players you get like midway through and then at the end,
Yeah.
even they're a bit like, like it should be like pushing you to finish the season and get to, is it level 30? But
Mm,
I look and I'm like, honestly, you're not even worth my time. I might as
yeah.
well go and, so, maybe they need to look at updating them throughout the year. Just as
Right.
the game progresses and the players get better in the database, just upgrade the players in the objectives or
Right.
whatever. But they have been good. Like there's some future stars, the academy ones, where
Right.
they've got Chalobah and a Portuguese guy at the minute.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So no issues there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I didn't like, it was they nerfed the player picks because they used to be, some of them they used to be
Yeah.
3, but then they would nerf it to
Mhm.
2, and I'm just like, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Like 3 is good, man. Like, why do you need to like
They
be cheap
just
about
leave
it?
it. There's some things they touch and they change, and you're like, it's better to leave alone. Just don't change it.
Right? It's like
But I
even.
think
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, go ahead, you go, because
Yeah, even with the swaps, the icon swaps, they nerfed like the icon player picks to like 2, and I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't want to do that if I only have 2 options. I want to have 3 options, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 2 options is point. It really is pointless. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But what I was going to say was the FUT Champions qualification. I
Hmm.
like that this year. I don't
Okay.
know about you, but I think it adds a bit more adds a bit more gameplay to your week. Instead of just grinding out rivals, you've got to get your rivals wins in, and you've got to get your qualification in, and then
Hmm.
that's you in. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I'm going back again in like FIFA 16. I think it was the first time it came out. It was just a tournament. It was a knockout tournament, and to get into FUT Champions, it was rock solid. So it's come a long way. That's what I always do. I compare where they were from like FIFA 15 onwards, and yeah, it's come a long way. So just upgrade it throughout the year. Just juice it up a bit more throughout the year. That's all I'd say.
Hmm.
But no, I love FIFA. I love it. I could talk about it all day.
Yeah, about the qualifications, I kind of didn't like it earlier on because it was, I had a struggle just getting into weekend league winning 5 out of the
Yeah.
9. So that's why most of my rage was coming from that. It's just not making into weekend league.
Mm.
I'm just like, man, who am I matching up with? Am I matching up with like really good players? Because I
Yeah.
feel like, okay, I can win 5 out of the 9, but for me to not make it to weekend league, I'm just like,
Mm.
am I really that bad? I would like to believe I'm better, you know. But then they did make the adjustments, making it 4 out of 10, which is nicer. You
Yeah.
know, it's like
Yeah.
easier for
Much
people to
better.
get in, so that's
Mm.
nice. But earlier on, it's like the qualification is what made me upset. It's just not being
Yeah, it
able to.
was. I'll
Yeah,
agree with you there. It was hard. I missed out a few weeks because
yeah.
I just couldn't do it. Like if you lose your first 2 games, you're on the back foot already, and the pressure's pretty intense. But what is it now? 4 out of 10. Like not being big headed, but that's fairly. Well, it's pretty easy, you know.
Yeah,
You can do it quite comfortably.
yeah.
Um, and you can end it as well early, can't you? You can end it early. You know, if you just get to your 20 points, you can just quit there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's one season, I think before the end of season 3, like I got my wins. I qualified, but I didn't finish it. So then I had to
Oh
start
no.
all over again. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible, man."
Yeah, I did that on season 2. When it went from season 1 to season 2,
Yeah.
I was like, I did exactly the same.
Yeah, it's just I'm like, can't they just like once the season ends just automatically qualify me?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for
And
the
give me
next
the
season.
prize?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
why are you making me
stupid.
start over? So in terms of weekend league, I mean, what do you usually get? What's like your best finish so far?
I'll tell you
Okay.
because every week I do it on my phone. You know what I wish there was I know you can get spreadsheets and that an app where you can put in all your you just put all your stats in. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
a foot weekend league tracker. I've been looking on the app store, but I can't find one. So if anyone's watching that can do that type of thing, do
Mm-hmm.
it. Here. Usually I've got them here. Usually I end up at like 11 to 9, 12 to 8.
Okay.
So it's all right. So I get is it the 51 points? Is that rank? My memory's awful. I think
Rank
is it rank
5.
5?
Yeah,
Yeah,
11 wins is
I
rank 5. Yeah.
usually get about that. But if I've got games left, like I've reached the 60-point mark once this year. I got 14. I was 14-4, and
Okay.
then I had 2 games left to
Uh-huh.
get like the next one up, which would
Yeah.
have been rank 3,
Yeah.
and I just got obliterated.
Okay.
That must have been like the step up. But I think the step up is when you get to 11 wins. I genuinely think when you hit 11 wins, the opponent quality changes there like massively. That's how I feel. Don't know about you.
Yeah, for sure it does. So when you got to rank 4, you got like 14-6. That's how you finished?
Yeah, I finished 14-6, so that's my best foot champions finish this year.
Gotcha.
So it's a good one to chase because I can try and better it, but I I can't see myself bettering it. I just can't. I'd have to be really doing well because I think I was at like 10-1
Mm-hmm.
for like 10 wins to 1 loss.
Yeah.
And then I went on like 2 losing streak, and then yeah, it was hard.
No, that's pretty good. Once you go like 10-1, that's like your elo, the people you're matching up with are like pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah. You
definitely.
might be playing some
Yeah,
pros, man. You know?
maybe.
Yeah.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is like you said, it does get hard once you get to a certain point, or if you go on a good run of games, then you can tell the difference in opponent because they know where I'm going before I know where I'm
Exactly.
going. Do you
Exactly.
get what I'm saying?
They're like one step
And
ahead of
it's
you.
just so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, massively. So fair play to them guys.
Yeah. Um like I've got my best finish was 12-7, and I didn't have enough time to finish out my games, so I had a good chance of trying to go for rank 4, but we'll see. That'll be the goal. That was my best finish this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
but maybe I could try to hit rank 4 before FIFA 22
You'll get
ends.
it.
Yeah, I hope so.
You'll
I've
get
been
it.
playing like fairly well, so hopefully I get there.
Yeah,
Um,
fingers crossed. I'm
yeah,
backing you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, like, well, let me ask you this: like, do you play on PS4 or PS5 for Weekend League?
I'm Xbox, like Series X.
Oh, you're Series X.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought you were PS.
No, no, no. Xbox man, through and through.
Oh, so you got how long have you had the Series X?
Uh, I pre-ordered it, so when it came out, was it December 2021? I think. Was it then?
Oh, so you got it right when it released.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Pre-ordered it, so yeah, right as it released. Yeah.
Okay, 'cause like um it's like I don't know about now, but when I was trying to get the PS5 like a couple months ago, um Xbox Series X was hard to get. Like people
Yeah,
were
they
waiting
both
in
were.
line.
Yeah.
People were waiting in line or trying to, you know, add that to the cart on websites,
No.
and
Yeah.
it's been really difficult. I don't know how it is now.
No, I think it's better now. But just before Christmas, you're on about like November, October, November, no, November time. My brother was trying to get one, and every single like outlet in the UK, like online, just not in stock, and they didn't know when they, because I think there was a shortage in one of the chips. That's what it was.
Okay.
Because I was reading up on it. One of the chips, the processors, or something that they couldn't make quick enough,
Mhm.
and I ended up finding one on Facebook, brand
Okay.
new, and they'd ordered two by accident. So I ended up getting, well, my brother ended up getting that. So that was just lucky. But I think it's better now. I think it's better. Even the PS5 maybe now. Or is that still quite hard to get hold of?
I'm not sure to be honest. I haven't really checked,
Oh,
but
yeah. Well, you wouldn't, would you?
yeah, there's no reason for me to.
No.
Did you buy it over value though when you bought it off Facebook, or was it market price?
That one for my brother's was overvalue
Okay.
by about £100.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't too bad, but I
Hmm.
got mine for like just normal price from a place in the UK called Game. Don't know
Hmm.
if you have that in America. So yeah, but a lot of people were ripping people off, weren't they? Charging
Oh
100
yeah.
to 300 above.
Oh yeah.
Did you pay above?
No, I bought it at market price. I actually bought a
Yeah.
bundle off of GameStop. Do you know GameStop?
Yeah, I've heard of GameStop.
Yeah, they have this thing where you sign up for their rewards or their
Mm,
annual membership, which is like $20 a year.
yeah.
And then once you get that, you get like a exclusive like basically they let their members be
No,
able
first
to
if there
yeah,
is.
go first for
Yeah.
the when they release the consoles. So
Hmm.
I was like on there for 15 minutes trying to add to the cart and I was able to get it. Um so that worked out. So it came with like a couple games, the console and the controller.
Yeah.
Um and then but before that, I was like I waited in line once for a couple hours and I ended up not getting it. I've
Really.
yeah, I went on like a couple websites. I had no luck, but the GameStop one came in clutch and I got that pretty easily. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
and again, it was before Christmas, so it kind of made sense because people were probably buying the consoles for like gifts
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Definitely. And because of COVID as well. So bit of a issue there.
Right. Yeah, for sure. So honestly, so far playing with the PS5, it's been pretty smooth playing FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox. It's okay, I think.
Okay.
But the only reason I don't have a PlayStation is because I don't like the controller. I
Okay.
can't. They're a bit longer than like the Xbox controller's like a little bit fat and stubby, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It's like all there. Whereas I feel like with the PS, I'm a bit more out here, and my thumbs are down at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
That's just personal preference. Like I feel like it's a phone, do you
For
know?
sure.
But if that's, I've always played Xbox, so that's why I'm a
Yeah.
bit different. Did you play before PS? PS4 and everything, or
Yeah, I play PS4. The PS4 controller is a bit, like you said, it's a bit more smaller. The PS5
mm,
is a bit bigger, so it
yeah,
might be more to your liking. But then
yeah,
I also have a PC FIFA account that I made just for to play with friends and stuff, and that
yeah,
I actually play with the Xbox controller.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's true because when I had a PS4 before
Hmm.
the new ones came out, when I was streaming in 2020, I bought a controller for PS that was shaped like an Xbox controller, so I could
Okay.
play. I can't
Uh-huh.
remember what type it was. I got
Okay.
it off a place called Argos, but it was
Uh-huh.
the same shape and everything, but you could use it with your PS4.
Okay.
So, maybe that's what I want to look at doing, getting a PS5 because you can game share, can't you?
Hmm.
Not get
Share play.
screen share, is it?
Yeah,
Share
they call it
play,
share
that's
play.
it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Xbox don't have that.
Right,
If you
right.
wanted to open someone's rewards or something on
Exactly.
stream, you've physically got to log into their Hotmail or Xbox Live account.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's a bit of like a privacy issue, whereas PS you can just take the controller, through Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big plus for like streamers that want
Yeah.
to share screens. Like
Oh, sure.
PS is a huge plus for that. But I know like Xbox, what I heard was like Xbox gameplay is better than PS. I don't know if you get that.
Really?
That's what
I,
I heard.
I
Maybe because
can't
there's less
compare it,
people. I
but
don't know.
maybe actually there's less on the market, isn't there? The market's smaller. The transfer market's smaller.
Hmm.
Less items on there, but I hope they do share like crossplay.
Yeah.
Don't know if that would ever work, but crossplay would be a good idea. Why
Right.
have two separate, transfer markets and just make it one, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, the thing is too, like all the pros, all the competitive FIFA is on PS now. So all the pros
Robbie,
have to
yeah,
have, yeah, PS5s to compete. That's the only way. So that's why you won't see any pros playing Xbox. Or they
yeah.
probably
I
do,
always
but
thought like,
yeah, but they're not competing in the Xbox.
yeah, I always thought the PS like PlayStations keep saying PS whatever are better for graphics and gameplay. I always just genuinely thought from as a whole they were better because I don't know. They just always were. Like I think Gran Turismo was always only on PS because of the graphics and everything. It was always a step ahead. But maybe with the
Hmm.
new Series X, I'm not sure. Not too sure.
Like my friend told me the specs are actually better for the Series X than PS. But
Yeah, I
that's
think I
that's what I
think they
heard.
are. To be fair, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you play on a monitor or do you have a TV?
I play on a TV.
Like, yeah, you play on a TV? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I just got myself like a gaming monitor, so it's all about like I only think it really matters in like first person shooters, but I
Hmm.
just got a little Samsung gaming monitor. I
Hmm.
don't think it makes a difference on FIFA if I'm that honest. More
Mm.
Call of Duty and all them type Fortnite
Hmm.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, I play on my PC account for FIFA. I play on my laptop. So it's a big difference because my TV is like a large, like
Yeah,
50-inch size
yeah,
TV, but then my laptop is like 15-inch.
yeah,
So it's a huge difference playing, on a
yeah,
smaller and then a bigger
yeah,
screen. And then what I also heard too is like the responsiveness is different playing on TV as opposed to a monitor.
yeah. You've got like from what I've read, but I'm
Hmm.
not a guru on it, but you've got like your refresh rate and your response time. I think mine's like 1 millisecond.
Yeah.
So I don't in FIFA, I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes, but for example, Call of Duty, when you walk around a corner, if someone's got a better um, refresh response time, they'll shoot you first. So I can see why it would work there. But maybe in FIFA, I'd say in FIFA it does make a difference. So yeah, I've got one here, but maybe upgrade it soon. I don't know. It's okay. It'll do.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I guess like if you play pretty fast, I don't know. Like it does make a difference, right? That little
Mm.
millisecond. I mean, like if you
But would
left
you
stick
only
to.
really see it if you're a pro. I don't know. Do you know? Is it really mattering?
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, I don't know if I'm equipped to have that kind of feel. Because for me, it's harder for me to make those differences. Like, pros, maybe they could tell that difference. But me, like, I don't know if I could be able to make those reads like that.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
I
that's
don't
what'll
know.
get you your next. Maybe that's what'll get you your 60 points or whatever it is in
Maybe that's what will get
Foot
me ranked
Champions.
for.
That's what's
I
holding
just
you
gotta
back.
play
That
in
is
a
what is holding you
monitor.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing too is what PS players talk about is when you play PS4 version and PS5, because some people have both versions, and they always say
Yeah.
play the PS4 because it's less sweaty and the pros aren't in there.
Yeah.
So they
That
think
a
you'll get
few of
more
my friends
wins.
do that.
Okay.
On the old gen. Oh well, yeah.
The old gen,
The
yeah.
old gen, they play the old gen. But I don't really see the point in that. Like I've bought a new Xbox and a good TV to get the best out of it. So why would I play old gen? I'm not really that bothered. Maybe does. A few of my friends do. Like one of my friends gets like 19 to 1 and 20 to 0. He plays on the old gen. So
Mm,
I don't know. But they all swear by it. They all say, yeah, old gen. But I'm more for like to be up to date
for
and
sure.
using the new stuff. But I think that's true. It is true.
Yeah, and they've also mentioned like the gameplay's a lot different too.
Yeah.
PS5's like a bit more slower in terms of the gameplay and I guess realistic compared
Yeah,
to
yeah.
PS4. Um, you do see those differences, but in terms of opponent, it's I guess for me it's hard for me to tell the difference because I still get like the same amount of wins in weekend league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I know what you
uh,
mean. Yeah. So you might as well play on the newer one because it's not hindering you that much. So
right. I mix it up. Like I would play one weekend league where it's just PS4 and I see how I do, and then
oh do you
eh,
switch it up? Yeah.
yeah, like there are some weekend leagues where I play some games on PS4 and then some games on PS5, and that might mess
Oh
up
I
my gameplay. I don't know. And then there's one
yeah, maybe
weekend.
because
Uh huh.
if you're swapping and changing, you can't get used to one.
Right, right.
Maybe.
So then I tried doing
That could
like playing one weekend league just PS4 and then playing the next weekend league just PS5 and see how well I do. And yeah, it's hard to tell the difference. Maybe PS4 slightly is easier because I did have my best weekend league playing PS4. So,
yeah, I've never swapped and changed. I've never tried it.
mhm.
So maybe I should try it and then I'll get back to you and see what I think.
So you would have to do between just regular Xbox and Xbox X because you could
Yeah,
you
so I'd
could
have
you, you
to
could you could play both
it's two
versions.
versions, yeah.
Even for Xbox, you could play both versions, right?
Yeah, even on the Series X, I'd just download the old gen.
Ah,
It
okay.
says like so you get like one that's optimized for Series X and Series S or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
and you get like one that's just normal, a normal
Ah, okay.
copy.
Okay.
So that's how that works. Do you have to swap between the actual physical console?
No, I don't. I could play the PS4 version on PS5.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's sound. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
S-
know I'll have to definitely have to give it a try. I just can't be asked installing the game because it takes that fucking long.
Uh-huh.
That's my
Yeah,
problem.
for sure. Yeah, so um yeah, that's the whole thing with PS and gameplay and weekend league finishes. So
Yeah.
those are all factors on how
Oh,
well I play.
definitely.
Yeah. So I was just curious in asking you if Xbox is the same and if Xbox players like deal with old gen and next gen type of gameplay.
Yeah. I think they do, but I don't.
Okay, you just stick to
Yeah.
the new gen, right?
Just stick to the new gen and that's the way I go. Yeah. Never
Okay.
really thought about it to be
Uh
fair.
huh.
So mm,
For sure, man. Dude, it's already been an hour
I
of
know, I know it's
podcasting. It's like
fluid.
past midnight for you, right?
Yeah, 20 past
Oh
12.
my gosh, when's your
Yeah.
bedtime, man?
Don't know. Don't know. I was trying to sort my sleep pattern out a bit, but soon. Well, go to sleep about one, half one.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's not too bad. Yeah.
For sure. Well, before, we end, maybe, what I want to ask you is like, what are your plans now that you got back into Twitch streaming? Like, what are your goals for the rest of the year, rest of FIFA for content creating?
Yeah. So basically, I just did my YouTube channel like today. Started
Okay.
uploading to there again,
Okay.
stream highlights, um, and also use TikTok because I think that's maybe a good place to grow a bit better. A lot of people use TikTok more, don't they, nowadays? So maybe push on YouTube. Definitely try and get a few more subscribers there, but mainly with Twitch. I want to stay with Twitch and Twitter and just like I don't want to be doing like I used to do squad builders and all that, but I want to be doing just live streaming, gameplay, talking, live chatting, and just push on and try and get a good community going. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if I've got I always say as long as I've got one person in there that's communicating with me in the chat, I'm happy. Like as
Yeah.
long as I'm not talking to myself,
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
Hmm.
But yeah, so probably push on Twitch, try and get a few more followers, try and catch you up. If you don't take off soon, um, and push on Twitter as well. I like to get a few. Twitter's really good because everyone just talks and yeah, and everything. And we've potentially got that thing with Zaid that we might do.
Yeah.
So hopefully that we can take off with that.
Hmm.
But just want to enjoy it. Honestly, I just want to enjoy it again, which I'm doing.
Hmm. For
Uh,
sure.
as long as, like I said, I've got a few people watching,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
For
Yeah,
sure. Definitely. And I hope you continue to grow, man. I know you're back on it, so I'm hoping for the
yeah.
best.
Never quitting, never ever quitting. That's for sure. I'm not.
For sure.
I'm not fucking leaving.
For sure. For the YouTube, I do want to ask, is it the same YouTube you had before, or you completely made another one?
Fresh start.
Okay.
Fresh start.
Okay,
Two
for
subs
sure.
so far. But I'm not. It's just for. I know you can have your past broadcasts on Twitch, but I like to do a bit of video editing and throw it up there.
Right. Yeah.
So see where we go. Might add a squad builder in, at the start of FIFA 23, but there's not much point now, is there? There's that many cards. Where do you start?
For sure. Yeah, and send me the link for that YouTube sauce sub.
Sure.
Yeah. And
Thanks, bro.
then yeah, no problem. Yeah, so why don't you tell us your links for all your social media, Twitch right now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So on everything, if you want to find me on anything, if you're watching this, it's just Greeno_foot, and you'll find me on TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Mainly on Twitter and mainly on Twitch, but YouTube and TikTok, like I said, that's where you'll find the stream highlights.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And I'll leave the links in the description below so you guys could check them out. Um, Greeno, this was fantastic. I'm glad we did this.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I hope you could stay after the live stream and we could talk a bit. But for
Sure.
everybody else, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys on the next one.